And welcome back to KCPR, California Public Radio. My name is Jean Palmer. It's 10:12 on a rainy Friday night, and we've got jazz records to get you through the morning light. The piece you just heard was Ornette Coleman in Blues Connotation from his album This Is Our Music. Don Cherry on the pocket trumpet, Charlie Hayden on the double bass, and Ed Blackwell backing him up on the drums. Just before that was 4x5 by McCoy Tyner with Joe Henderson on sax, Ron Carter on bass, and the great Elvin Jones keeping time on drums. We started off the set with a piece from Charles Mingus, theme for Lester Young from his album Mingus, 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 Mingus. We've got 2 minutes of business heading up, and then we are headed to Montreal with Miles and Quincy when they play the classic Blues for Pablo right after this.
Hi, Jean, right? We met last week?
Yeah,
I'm Denise, the new programming manager.
Sorry, I'm terrible with names the first time I meet someone.
That's okay. I've met about 100 new folks since Monday, so I'm having trouble myself.
You're still working? It's pretty late.
Yeah, I had to stay to finish some paperwork, and I wanted to come down and chat with you.
I'm kind of in the middle of something right now.
Right, yes.
If you want to sit in on the show, just let me know beforehand. I try to keep a certain vibe in here.
Yeah, I understand. You've been doing this for a long time, and I don't want to mess with your mojo. Like I said, I just want to talk to you for a minute. Wow, you have so many records in here. How do you pick out what you want to play?
I work on the playlist all day, keeping in mind stuff I haven't played in a while, what listeners respond to, what works well together, and then I work on the playlist all day, making sure the transitions work and then go on the air.
Wow, that must be a lot of work.
It's only work if you don't love it.
Totally. It's like exercise.
Yeah. I'm back on in about a minute, but I do the afternoon shift on Monday. We can talk then.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
My Monday show?
Your show in general. There are some changes coming down the pipe for the station, and I wanted to talk to you before any rumors started going around.
Changes? What changes? Oh. Up next, we've got Miles Davis and Quincy Jones from their live album, Live at Montreal. After that, we've got something a little more modern with Freddie Hubbard performing a track from his 1971 album, First Light. Herbie Hancock, George Benson, and Jack DeJohnette on that, with Ron Carter popping up again on bass. Hope you enjoy them, and we'll be back.
Wow, you know all those names by heart?
I've been playing these songs for years, and before that I was listening to them. What changes?
Right. As you know, the past few years haven't been kind to public radio in terms of ratings and finance.
Yes.
And the challenges of staying competitive in an increasingly hostile market have forced the board of KCPR to explore ways that we can stay relevant while maintaining the board's signature values.
We're changing formats? After 56 years on the air?
It's not so much a change as it is a refocusing to concentrate on news and informational programming.
Wait, we're becoming a talk radio show? The board signed off on this? Bobby Hansen signed off on this?
It was Mr. Hansen's idea.
This doesn't make any sense. California has innumerable talk radio shows and precious few outlets for jazz.
I can assure you that this is a mission-based decision rather than a market-driven one.
Oh, fantastic. I want to see Hansen as soon as possible.
Actually, he's asked me to oversee the transition, so if you need to talk to him, then you can talk to me.
Yeah, sure. You're taking my station away from me?
Jean, it's not that simple. Our market research indicates that people like the idea of jazz much rather than actually listening to it. Honestly, most people can't name a single jazz musician other than Miles Davis. And your encyclopedic knowledge of the music, while laudable, is also intimidating. We'd like you to transition to smooth jazz!
Smooth jazz?
You know, Kenny G and such. It's something that had a positive response in our focus groups, and the licensing fees are surprisingly low. We'll be leaving you on Friday nights and Sundays. Also, we've made Tuesday at 4 a.m. available, and that could be a freeform hour.
Oh, thank you so much.
And this is still in the planning stages, so for now, keep playing your normal music. And don't say anything on air, please.
Right, sorry, that was Miles Jones and Quincy Jones. I'm sorry, I just received some disturbing news I need to share with you. As we all know, this has been a particularly difficult time for public radio. We're being blamed for all sorts of federal budgetary nonsense while being hammered for being biased, liberal, intellectual, all of the above. Through it all, KCPR has provided you with an alternative to the screaming street corner charlatans battering you from every direction with their unending stream of war, depression, recession, death. But market research triumphs over good intentions, and starting next week, KCPR will become a talk radio show. I've also been informed that the timeless, vital jazz music I've been playing all my life is no longer required or desired by the marketplace, and that instead, I'm to begin playing smooth jazz. Now you may wonder what I think of smooth jazz. I think smooth jazz is to music as cinnamon is to baking. There's no heart, no soul, no complexity. It's music that was meant to be heard in dentist offices and elevators and other places you want to get out of immediately. Anyone who listens to or plays smooth jazz deserves to die alone and friendless. If you held a gun to my head and said, "Listen to smooth jazz or die," I would beg you to shoot me. But since I have no control over what happens to me or my music, I'm going to abandon my normal playlist and play you the strangest, most abrasive, unlistenable jazz I could get my hands on, starting with Side 3 of Miles Davis's acid jazz train wreck, Dark Vegas. There's no melody, no tune, just 45 minutes. Electric acid trip, dark night of the soul, freaking out. Back after this. Oh, right, I wasn't supposed to say anything. Sorry.
You just said anyone who listens to smooth jazz should die alone! On the air!
Well, they don't need to die alone on the air. Just die alone.
You are going to be given every opportunity to express your opinions and ask questions. The Tuesday slot was freeform. Do you know how rare that is?
An hour in the middle of the night on Tuesday. Thank you for your generosity.
Look, I know this must be hard for you. You've been in the business for what, 60 years? But times change, and KCPR needs to change along with them.
By spitting in our listeners' faces?
Read the market research. People listen to smooth jazz.
Because they're getting a root canal when it comes on.
Just play along for the good of the station and your family.
Play along? You think anybody who got anywhere got there by playing along? You think Miles Davis played along? Charles Mingus, Joe Henderson, they played along?
And look where they are. They're dead. You play music performed by dead people and listened to by nobody who matters. Jazz is dead. Just like poetry is dead, painting is dead, and theater is dead. Nobody cares about any of that crap except for elitist intellectuals who'd be sleeping under bridges if they had to do honest work.
Fine then. I quit. Any jazz station in the country would hire me in a second.
You know a lot of jazz stations that are hiring right now? You know a lot of jazz stations that exist right now? Because I sure don't. It's play or pay, Gene.
Fine.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go home. Have a whiskey and listen to some real jazz. In the meantime, we've been on the air for 45 seconds. I'm sure all the elitist intellectuals still listening would be happy to go sleep under a different bridge with their disposable incomes and advanced degrees, but they don't matter, right?
Let me assure all of our loyal listeners that the opinions stated by the previous broadcaster in no way reflect the views of KCPR, its board of directors, or corporate donors. So, who's ready for some smooth jazz, right?